Welcome to the Golf Spotlight. I'm Ralph Irvin, and we are talking TaylorMade and their new releases for this spring. So I'm joined by Dr. Benoit Vincent. Thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
And the big releases this spring are the Tour Burner, driver, and irons. Let's start with the driver. What's new about this? And it is exciting from what I've been told.
Oh, it is, yeah. This new Tour Burner driver is producing a very new set of launch parameters. That's the key to this driver. And thanks to that, we're increasing the distance. Let me tell you more. We're trying to increase the launch angle 12, 13, 14 degrees, and at the same time reducing your spin to 2,500 RPM, if we can. Normally, when you want to do that, when you want to increase your launch angle, you use a higher lofted driver. You go from 9.5 to 10.5 to 11.5, and that's how you increase your launch angle. Unfortunately, you pay a huge penalty. Your spin goes high. This new Tour driver, and I'm going to explain you why in a second, is capable of increasing your launch angle and keeping your spin down. That's the recipe for huge distance. How did we do that? Look at that. We just created two drivers in one. The top drivers is smaller crown and thinner crown. So by removing some material from the top and we reposition on the bottom of the club, we were able to lower the center of gravity way below the center face, way below any time ever that we've been able to do it.
Well, one thing I got to jump in, because right here you can see that there really is a distinction between the top crown of the driver as well as the sole.
It's correct. If you look at the crown is shrunk, okay, and smaller, and the bottom is way larger. From a dress view, you can see both of them, the top and the bottom. And what happened is by doing that, we were able to remove 17% of the weight located in the crown and located in the bottom of the golf club. Now, every shot that you hit on your face look like a shot above the center of gravity. When you do that, what's fantastic about that feature is at impact, the loft is opening, the head is turning and opening, the launch angle goes high, and your spin is reduced because the gear effect. That's the recipe to produce distance.
And this has been very successful on the tour. Now, with the irons, you've also added new technology that makes the irons longer than any previous irons on the market.
It is correct. What we did here is we've been trying to reduce the thickness of our face to the minimum as we could. That was the key parameters that allowed us to design an iron that is very versatile as well as produce tremendous distance. Let me tell you more. By reducing about 30% of the thickness of the face from 3.5 millimeter in the past to 2.2 millimeter today, we were able to take that weight and relocate it down and back in the sole plate. But rather than making a very large sole plate that has difficulty to go through the rough, we beveled it and we kept our sole plate width very playable, the same way as our R7 TP irons was playable in rough. With a spec package where the top line and the offset are such that a good golfer could play this product, we were able to, even with that spec package, to make this iron very playable, because all this weight that was removed from the face and placed on the back and on the bottom still give you a high launch angle and the amount of spin that you need with this spec package. So this is here a playable iron from the fairway, as well as giving you tremendous amount of distance because the thin face that deliver a very lively COR.
And even though it is a thin face, it's still cast, which keeps the cost down, which translates to it being a lesser expensive club on the market.
Yeah, this is correct. That was certainly one of the victory of managing the casting operation to produce such a thin face, is in one shot we can obtain all the geometries, including our inverted cone design on the back of the face that allow us to have a constant ball velocity across the face.
Thanks for joining us.
Okay, thanks for having us again.
I want to thank Dr. Benoit Vincent for joining us here on the Golf Spotlight. Join us next time as we continue to bring you the information that you need for your next golf purchase.